Welcome to Metrocasting, a brand new show all about the area in which we live and especially you. So we're going to go to a high school gymnasium in Columbia County, where on a recent Friday night, a high school milestone was reached in basketball and where the Metrocasting cameras were the only ones on hand. The Columbia Montour Votech School in South Center Township, Columbia County, is comprised of students from 7 area school districts, including Berwick, Millville, Benton, Central and Southern Columbia, Bloomsburg, and Danville. It's long been known as an excellent school for learning a specific trade in order to get a jump start on your career. It has not, however, been particularly known as a big sports school. But in recent years, that has begun to change. Take basketball, girls basketball for instance. The girls team made it to the playoffs last year, but came up a little short of their state title hopes. This year, the girls are back on track to make another run. And part of that success is due to the team's top scorer, Justine Hook of Berwick, who on one recent Friday night accomplished something many others at her school have tried to do over the years, but never quite made it. Justine Hook became the first person ever to score 1,000 career points in basketball at the Votech. Very aware that her 1,000th point was probably going to happen that night, as were the many others in the packed gymnasium, Justine says it was a feat she was excited to accomplish, and yet it was a little overwhelming.
My mom, she does stats too, and we've been counting down since 10th grade how many points I needed, and I didn't really know if I was going to get it or not. But I went over to my mom and I said, how many more points do I need? Because I think 55, she was shooting a foul shot, and I'm like, oh gosh, how many more points? So I went over to my mom, she said 4 at the time, and I'm like, okay, 4, it should be easy. And then I just got out about it once I scored like the second, and then the 4 came, I'm like, oh gosh, why is everyone stopping? I'm like, oh, I must have done it. I forgot.
I was ecstatic. You know, I played with a couple of the people who were close before. A couple of the fellows that, you know, scored over 900 points were seniors when I was a sophomore. So, you know, I've been around it, and I've coached other players that, as younger players that reached 1,000 when they became senior high players. So, but this is the first person that I've ever coached who actually had it occur while I was coaching. So it's unique for me as well as it is for her, and so I'm having a hard time containing myself. It's exciting. It's really fun.
Justine's sister and teammate, Charlene Hook, says Justine's ability to focus on the game and the team rather than herself is typical.
She always cares about the team. She doesn't care about her points really. She just wants to win, and she'll get you the ball if you're open, and it's not all about her. And it's just great that she got that, because it's she didn't do it as selfishly. She did it as a team.
Coach Hauser knew early on that Justine had a special quality about her.
Well, she's so dedicated. She plays hard. I mean, she was born to play basketball, I guess you could say. She plays a lot of ball, and she's very intense, and she thinks basketball 24 hours a day, basically. And so she lives it, and it shows on the court, and you know, the hard work's paid off.
I actually attribute it to working hard every Saturday. Last year we had Saturday practices, and not so many people could come, but starting 5 did, and that's why we got so far. And this year, just my teammates and all the hard work that we put together as a team.
Teamwork seems to be a quality Justine's father and her coaches have strived to instill in her from an early age.
My coaches and my dad, he's the assistant. We've been together for a while, me, him, and my sister. So he's the one teaching us everything about basketball. My sister started when she was 5, I started when I was 6. And we have a basketball hoop, a half-court basketball hoop at our house. And we used to play around the world and foul shots. We used to be down there so many hours a day. We had a chart, and we had to do 10 out of 10, almost on everything, or we couldn't leave to go up and eat because I was always hungry.
We got into an all-boys league, but we didn't like it because they wouldn't pass us the ball, so we went to Nanticoke and entered an all-girls league and played there until we were about 12 years old. But my dad, every day we would go down on the court, and he'd tell us to shoot 100 shots from 10 spots on the court, and then as we got older into shooting three-pointers, we had to move out a step and have to do the inside shots, 100 of them from each spot, and then on the outside shots as well. So he helped develop us a lot.
And Coach Hauser just built upon what Justine and Charlene already knew.
I make them realize that every one of them on the team is important, and strive to get them to realize that they play a role. If someone's going to be a scorer, they can't score if they don't get an assist from somebody. They have to receive the ball from someone. Someone has to get the key rebound. You know, so everybody plays a role, and you know, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of I want to do all the scoring. You know, they realize she's a team leader and she's a prolific scorer, and you need that. And you know, a number of the girls that are out there play super defense. That's how we win a lot of our games, is defensively, and so that's where it starts. And I just instill in them the fact that they're all important, they all matter, and none of us would go anywhere without everybody on the team.
As for Justine's future, following graduation, she has definite plans for college and beyond.
Wilkes, Elmira, New York, Eastern University, and Bay Path, Massachusetts. I love Bay Path, but like, I don't want to go that far away from home. But special education or early childhood education, and Eastern and Elmira actually have minors in athletic coaching. So I plan on coaching when I'm out. And I want to go to Division I, UConn or Tennessee, but reality kind of kicked in.
Personality-wise, you can tell she does like to have fun.
She is like really funny and like makes jokes about everything. And like, you know, if someone's sad, she'll just make them laugh. And like, she's like a clown. It's crazy what she does sometimes.
She's really outgoing, very friendly, always got a smile on her face, except for the game nights, and she's a little tense. She's always a little worked up about the games every night.
She makes the rest of them better. You know, like I said, she's intense, and she does a good job as a floor general. Tells them where to be, shows them what to do, and she's a good leader.
Needless to say, the school is particularly proud of Justine and her accomplishments.
The students have been pretty excited about it. They made a big poster of the 1,000 points being scored and had that around the school, and they're still congratulating Justine all over the place. And teachers kept asking me when it was going to happen, and then Friday night when the day knew it was going to, there was a much better attendance.
Oh, I'm very proud. Like, it's like, even if I think about it, I get emotional because she's wanted it her whole life, and she's finally got it.
Are you proud of yourself?
I am, because I finally, 10th grade year, I remember the seniors like wrote down a chart of all the goals they were going to reach each season. We didn't do that last year, we got really far. But just to know that I'm actually, like, Kelly Mazzani scored 1,000, Caitlin Michaels, or Allie Byork, all people I know from Nanticoke, Berwick, and Montoursville. I'm like, wow, I actually did something that they actually did too, and I'm ecstatic.
We, of course, wish Justine and her sister and her entire family and everybody at the Columbia Montour Votech School the best of luck in their future endeavors. And for information about the school, log on to the website on your screen.